Modern society is increasingly aware of the importance of both physical and mental health. In the face of the many stresses and challenges of the 21st century, maintaining both aspects of health is becoming critically important for human well-being. In this article, we will consider the phenomenon when personal happiness and mental well-being are put above physical health. To do this, let's turn to a specific example of the popular YouTuber Boogie2988, who shares his views on these issues, causing mixed reactions and prompting deep reflection on the necessary balance between the physical and mental. Throughout history, people have been looking for ways to achieve and maintain their happiness. One of these ways is food, which protects against many emotional storms. In food cravings, a person finds solace, temporary relief, and even joy, especially in difficult and stressful times. This belief is reflected in the visions of Boogie, who emphasizes that food is his way of coping with internal mental problems and, therefore, being happy here and now. Boogie has chosen a path where the temporary pleasure of eating helps to cope with more serious and profound mental difficulties. It is important to note that this approach is not unique to him alone. Many people face emotional overeating, finding in food a temporary outlet from everyday problems and stresses. The temporary joy of eating delicious food helps to distract from heavy thoughts and worries, creating the illusion of happiness. However, this approach, although it brings immediate relief, has its negative sides. Constant consumption of unhealthy food can lead to serious physical problems, overweight, obesity, cardiovascular diseases, and many other disorders. Thus, the temporary pleasure of eating in the future can turn into significant health problems, which, in turn, will also negatively affect the mental state of a person. In today's world, where the internet has become the main platform for communication and exchange of opinions, personal choices and views are becoming the subject of constant discussion and criticism. Boogie emphasizes that decisions related to his body and health are his personal and should not be subject to public condemnation. This view is an important aspect of the modern understanding of personal space and autonomy. Negative comments and criticism spread on the internet can become a source of stress and anxiety for many people. However, Boogie points out that despite the abundance of harsh and negative statements about his choice, he remains confident in his actions and is aware of his shortcomings. This confidence and resilience are important examples of fortitude and the ability to cope with external pressure. This raises an important question about the role of public opinion and the right to express one's own opinion. In the internet age, everyone has the opportunity to speak out on any issue, which often leads to conflicts and misunderstandings. In this context, it is important to remember mutual respect and the right of each person to their own path and choice. Boogie shows by its example that criticism should not be a reason to abandon one's beliefs and choices. His steadfastness and confidence in his path serve as inspiration for those who also face external pressure and misunderstanding. Despite its focus on mental well-being, Boogie seems to underestimate the importance of physical health and its impact on a person's overall well-being. In the modern understanding of health, physical and mental well-being are interrelated and cannot exist in isolation from each other. Applying this approach to cases of emotional overeating, it is worth noting that improving physical condition can significantly contribute to improving mental health. Depression is often associated with low self-esteem, which may be partly due to physical condition. In this context, it is important to consider the mutual influence of mental and physical health. Let's imagine a situation where an overweight person is depressed because of his physical condition. Trying to improve mental health while ignoring the physical aspects will be like trying to climb a mountain with a heavy load on your back. This approach turns out to be ineffective and even counterproductive. Boogie himself admitted that his self-esteem improved when he started losing weight and noticed positive changes in his physical condition. This highlights that physical improvement can be a powerful catalyst for mental well-being. Insufficient attention to this aspect can lead to protracted problems and the inability to achieve harmony. It is important to emphasize the role of physical activity and a healthy diet in maintaining overall well-being. Regular exercise and a balanced diet not only have a positive effect on the body, but also contribute to the production of endorphins, hormones of happiness that improve mood and overall well-being. Maintaining homeostasis between mental and physical health requires a comprehensive and balanced approach. Temporary pleasures such as food can bring joy and relief, but for long-term mental and physical well-being, attention must be paid to both aspects of health. Boogie shows by its example that happiness through food and temporary relief can be significant in the short term, but cannot serve as a basis for long-term well-being. Realizing this, it is important to look for ways to find balance and harmony between mental and physical states. On the one hand, acceptance and awareness of one's weaknesses and shortcomings, as well as the ability to cope with external criticism, are important aspects of mental health. On the other hand, ignoring physical health can be a serious obstacle to achieving harmony and overall well-being. The relationship between mental and physical states can be considered as a two-way process. Improving physical condition contributes to improving mental health, and improving mental health, in turn, helps maintain and improve physical condition. For example, a person with a good mental state will be more motivated to exercise and follow a healthy diet, which will have a positive effect on his physical health. Analyzing the mindset boogie, it becomes obvious that the approach to maintaining happiness and health requires a more complex and balanced approach. Temporary pleasures such as food can bring joy, but for long-term mental and physical well-being, attention must be paid to both aspects. The example of Boogie makes it clear how important it is to take into account the mutual influence of mental and physical health. Personal happiness and temporary relief are, of course, significant, but they cannot serve as the basis for long-term well-being. Harmony is the balance between physical and mental state is a key factor for achieving overall happiness and a fulfilling life. Thus, Boogie's approach to happiness and health can serve as an important lesson and example for analysis and reflection. Comparing temporary pleasures and long-term goals, he shows the need for a harmonious combination of caring for the body and soul. Life in the modern world requires an integrated and balanced approach, and only through interaction and mutual support can we achieve complete well-being and satisfaction.